Alright, to gain access, this portion of the agitator, you must remove this top. Now, normally you can grab the bottom and you twist and it should just pull out. Sometimes they get a little stubborn, so you might need to use a screwdriver and get in there, and basically you should be able to turn and twist. That's how it comes out, but it wouldn't turn. 7/16, I'm going to pull this cover out. Alright, so this is a little bit different. To get this out, you do have to remove that screw. This one. And then this part comes off. And then we have another screw under here to get this out. Alright, so let's get this out. Phillips screwdriver gets it out. Short screw. Don't drop it down there. Now, you're going to need a screwdriver to kind of pry this corner and this corner. Sometimes I could just pull it out, but it gets a little small. Alright guys, so if you really want to get this thing out easy and fast, I did not have any popsicle sticks, but if you slide them down, you get a flat blade screwdriver and slide them right where you see that screwdriver and do that all the way around. You can pretty much just grab this thing and pull it out like that. You'd put a popsicle stick there and it comes right on out. So just a little quick pointer.
Short little pole that's up there under that box.
Alright, so now it's time to check the bottom of your washer. Any coins or anything that does not belong there, go ahead and get it out. Do a quick clean. Now, quick pointer here. Be mindful, you're going to be removing those screws, and it's best if you can put something down, maybe a towel or something. You do not want to get those screws down in those holes. So go ahead and cover the holes and remove those screws. Now, I like to use a manual screwdriver. Reason for that, if you use an impact, if you're not careful, you can easily strip those out, and it's no fun trying to get them out. Now this is a little trick. What you do, you basically put the screwdriver on the head of the screw and you rotate the drum. Screw comes out, no problem. It works good. Just again, make sure you have something in the bottom of that tub. Screw falls out, it's gonna go right down that hole. Then you'll have to remove the entire drum assembly to get to those that are in there. You can see how the splines on those are all worn out. So when the transmission grabs it, it just slides. That's the noise you're hearing. You can see they're worn out. Now go ahead and get either a toothbrush or a metal brush and go ahead and clean the splines again on the transmission shaft or gear case shaft. Clean that area well and get it nice and clean so that when the new tub hub slides on, there's nothing impeding. All right, now look at the new. You can see how thick and healthy they look. So those are pretty good. Now they do have a metal, but I'm not a big fan of it. Reason for that, it eats away at the transmission faster than the plastic. But it's your washer. And those are the slots and they fit into each other. So make sure when you slide down the tub hub that it fits on. Just go ahead and line up the holes with the screws and you can't go wrong. Now, time to put the screws in. What you want to do, you do not want to tighten one screw all the way down. You want to basically get it in and then crisscross until you bring the tub hub closer to the tub. And then once you start to get it closer, you crisscross again and continue going around until it is fully seated. If you tighten one too much, you might actually crack the tub hub and then would not be good. So this is what I'm doing. I'm snugging and going around, snugging. And that's how you bring it down. All right. So follow along and pretty much just, I'll jump back in if I need to. Other than that, just enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so this step is also very important. If you happen to be using your impact and you get them snugged, go back over it with your manual Phillips screwdriver and make sure they're nice and tight and go all the way around until everything is nice and snug. Now this piece, be super careful when you tap it in. I use whatever I have. You can use a small mallet or something. Doesn't matter what it is, just don't break it. And make sure you cover the head off that screw. That's how it goes, and it basically fits right over the head of the screw. All right, 7/16 socket. Pretty cool angle here, and you know what to do. Once you get it lined up, just snap it down. You can see the slight rusting. By the way, Whirlpool should have used stainless steel screws. You can see that on a commercial washer as well. Phillips screws, snug them up. That's the piece. You turn it and it locks in. Here you go. And we are pretty much done. All right, guys, we're going to be putting this into drain and spin. Thanks for watching.